former NYPD detectives Kevin Gannon, Michael Donovan, Anthony Duarte, and Professor of Criminal Justice, Dr. Lee Gilbertson, are convinced that most of these drownings are homicides. So we went through some of the potential smiley face killings, homicides, or victims in one of our previous video. This one, I just wanted to do a brief reminder of it. One of the main ones that's connected with this theory is Dakota James. And Dakota James is the one that was missing, I believe, for like 70 days. And there's 24 days unaccounted for.
And then Finn and the father are the second people to find you, correct? So the first guy finds you, he's in the water with you.
Yeah.
And then Finn, maybe he wasn't able to bring you out. Is that what they're trying to say?
Well, I actually got to FaceTime Finn and his dad about a week ago, and Finn kind of told me what he remembered. There was a guy. That guy was already in the water with me, like 5-10 feet out, and Finn immediately went in with his shoes on and helped pull me up, onto the rocks.
I don't hate it.
Even further
I don't hate it.
Yeah, so they're just looking at what we just looked at. But isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Does he talk about the hit on the back of the head?
Yeah, in here he does. Yeah,
okay.
That's how I know about it.
Okay.
He has the injuries in the front and injuries in the back.
Because they said he had a softball-sized lump on the front.
Correct, yeah.
Like on the front of his forehead.
And both ears bleeding.
And both ears bleeding, and one ear almost looking like it was ripped off.
Yeah, so that is evidence enough. But he also had an injury in the front. He has an injury in the back. But how would both ears bleed?
I mean, getting hit in the head, right?
No.
How would your ears bleed?
That's superficial injury. That's a superficial injury. Yeah. I'm thinking some of the your ears could bleed. And so is
it like him grabbing his ears?
One thing that you find out in here, it could be that he's trying to get hands off of him if he's being held underwater.
Ears can be ripped off from grabbing them and pulling.
Or something like that. Or that guy was holding his ears.
That's what I'm saying.
He never took a ride from them. And he started connecting dots and was like, wait, could this be related to all the people going missing in Chicago? This guy's from Chicago. Other people have claimed that, there was one guy who ended up dead because he was drugged at a bar. And this is somebody we covered in our first videos. He called his friend and said like, oh, I'm so cold. I don't know where I am. This, that, and the other.
Yeah,
his friend came to get him. Okay, saw a van and an SUV where he was walking to, but when she yelled his name, he turned and came to her, and he was found safe. And you know what happened? A week later, he was gone. Accidental drowning.
Yeah.
It's not possible. And it's strange. Why aren't we looking into the possibility of this being true? Law enforcement, why aren't you looking into the possibility of this being true, but keeping it secret? Like, at least look into it. You know what I mean? Without giving the parents hope or anything
I think
like
it would
that,
take,
but look into it.
Yeah, it would take the FBI at this point.
I just don't know, because there are so many questions. And if this is real, like whoever this is, whether it's one person, a bunch of people, whatever, it is the most genius. And it makes me nervous always saying it like this, just because if it is real, but it is the most genius plan ever.
Genius doesn't necessarily mean positive or good.
Right. But it is genius.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it in a way that they know all evidence gets flawed and messed up. They know, maybe they don't know this, but police don't go through any training. They go through days and hours worth of gunshot wound training and trauma response training and all. They need more trauma response training, but they go through hours of this research training and management. You know how much water-based evidence they go through training? None. So cops get to a body and most time have no idea what to do with it.
Jeez.
When it's in the water. They don't test for GHB. They don't test the soft tissues and dissect like random body parts to see if it's damaged. They don't do any of that.